Hello, I'm Will Johnson with Pathbinder Publishing, and today I'm here speaking with Bill Wynne, author of Understanding and Combating Racism: My Path from Oblivious American to Evolving Activist. So, Bill, we're here with a bit of a curveball. I wanna ask you. It's been said and joked about a lot online, and with younger generations, especially from Black people, African Americans, that racism is as American as baseball and apple pie. If you see that as true, do you see a point of, a future harmony? And, is heading to that point the goal of the book?
Well, your introduction of baseball and apple pie is really interesting. I don't think I may have heard that over time, but it just blends in. But it doesn't strike me that I may have heard that before.
Huh.
So that's an interesting way of looking at it from a black standpoint. But if I understand your question correctly, my belief is that history suggests that racism is steeped even deeper into our culture and society than those Norman Rockwell type analogies of baseball and apple pie. However, I don't see or feel, to get to your key word here, harmony today. And that is one of the purposes of my memoir, to describe my experience as to why that is the case today and for our near term future. The goal or hope I have with the book is to help lay the groundwork for future generations. And that racism can be simply discussed openly and honestly among whites, such as baseball and apple pie. A couple of examples would be, the cover metaphor, or the cover provides a metaphor for whiteness, with black, red, and yellow dots. And that's, that's where I hope the harmony could move towards. You could look at those dots in different ways and think about, okay, how does that work? But I was more talking. I'm going to get into this maybe later a little bit more. Um, Another metaphor I had three shirts ordered and embroidered that are white, including this one, and you can't see it on the screen, but it says ALM when BLM, all lives matter when Black lives matter. And that's the harmony. I hope it poses questions that talk about what that means. It already did the other day when I was at another meeting, and it came up, and I was wearing one of those shirts. And that's how I think where harmony can be looked at, not to be embarrassed about whiteness, in terms of because of where, and not that most people are that are white, but in terms of what I'm working in, you could get to a point of feeling that. And I don't want to. I want to expose it, and I want to say I'm with you. And that's why I have the multicolored ALM, BLM, on these three shirts, and want to talk about it to move towards harmony.
Yeah, I mean, I hope there is a future that is harmonious. It's more so, as you said, that it's so deeply steeped within society, culture. Like that's what makes a lot of people think that it can, it's a problem that can't be solved. And it's like you hope to phase it out, but you also know that because it's steeped, there's gonna be blocks in the road to that harmonious future to make sure it doesn't get there. And I guess to write this book, you have to feel that those blocks will give way, that it can be, racism itself can be defeated.
Well, it's blocking and tackling. I mean, it's just basic stuff, and taking it. You could approach it at a very high level and be looking at. I'm going to advocate for, systemic and institutional change. That's important, but I think I'm leaning towards with this to be more individualistic, where people can read the book and can look how another person may have did what they did, white, Catholic, older, whatever, and how does that happen? So I hope that can be looked at where then individuals there can be a change of heart, maybe a little bit, or at least a modest turn to understand what may move in a direction that's different than the direction today.